Hello, so we're back, and this time we have a proper nice laptop here to repair, huh? ASUS ROG Ryzen 7 and NVIDIA graphics. ROG Zephyrus. The problem with this one, pressing the power button, dead. Now let's check the customer email. So the customer is saying was working until a small pop noise and completely power failure. I mean, from the customer email can be a easy repair or can be a unrepair. Yeah, so only we have this easy or impossible to be repaired. So a small pop means the main power will go shorted, and that can be a capacitor or can be a MOSFET. Yeah, I will say let's open the laptop and let's have a look inside. Yeah, and the laptop, it's open. Yeah, that's a ASUS motherboard. Red. Can you spot anything unusual? The battery is still connected, but that's less important. I will say, let's check the main power rail. I mean, we can check the voltage on the main power rail. So main power rail, coil, MOSFET, capacitor, and we have 0 volts. Now let's switch to beeping mode. Ground, so we have here short, here short. So the main power rail is shorted, but that's bad. I mean, here we have 0.7 and here we have 0.7. Okay, it's not bad. I mean, either we have like a proper shorted CPU or GPU or a capacitor. Yeah. So let's take the power supply, lowering the voltage to a safe voltage around like 0.7, because this is AMD, right? Yeah. We do have a 0.7 power supply on AMD. On Intel, it is safe to go like 0.8 volts, even more, like 1 volt, yeah. So, thermal camera, good. So we have the thermal camera. We need a ground. We need a proper ground because we're gonna push a lot of current. This is a proper ground. And here we have 0.5 volts, and here we have 0.7. So here is the plus, okay? What is shorted? What is that? Wait 1 second. What is that? That hotspot, which is here under. So this is part of the heatsink, yeah. So what is there then? The battery, yeah, don't worry about the battery. The main power rail is shorted anyway. I mean, there it's a bent coil. You can see that coil? That coil is not straight. And what we've seen on the thermal camera can be the chip or this capacitor, because I can't see any other capacitor around here. And I don't believe it's this capacitor, because probably the plus is here. Can be the chip, and this is a shorted coil. Let's check the coil to ground. So that coil to ground is 41 ohms. Okay, that's good. That's so good. This one is not shorted. Wait, so what we see hot here? Here is no short. So where is the plus? 1 second, I'm confused. Wait a second, what is that? What is that? I mean, can you spot the crack on that capacitor? Check there. I mean, it's impossible to not notice. So this capacitor has a crack there. You can see it? Yeah. And obviously short on the both sides. Yeah, that one. Can't believe. I mean, I don't even know how can I remove that capacitor. Something like that. So we can see the capacitor. Hot air, 480 degrees. And the capacitor is out and fell off inside of the laptop. Okay, that's crazy. Where is my capacitor? Okay, you know what, that's proper, but we have to find that capacitor. Yeah, it's here. It's here. Check here. Check here. Yeah, that's the capacitor. So what about now? Now we are going and we are pressing the power button. Yeah, and the laptop it will start. Usually. Well, probably not, because the battery has to be reactivated, right? Pressing the power button, nothing happened. Yeah, that's what I thought. So in order to reactivate the battery, highering the voltage, lowering the current, plus and minus, and the battery is taking nothing. No, nothing. What current I have here? Okay, we have like 4 amps. 300 milliamps. No. Okay, let me lower the voltage. No, nothing. Okay. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna switch to 19. Yeah, that should be more helpful. And I will come with the plus on the charging port. Here. Check that, check that. 1.7 amps, you can see. 2.3 amps, you can see it. So we activate the battery. If the battery is charged, it is possible to not be charged. If the battery is charged, it will start. No, it's not charged. No, no. Okay. So now if we are charging the battery is still not charging. You see, some batteries you can't charge them. So there is no reason for this battery to not charge. I mean, it is made to be like that. It is made actually, the EC chip, to start the battery taking current. To tell the battery to take current. So if we are holding the probe here, and it's charging 2.2. I mean, not sure why the current is changing. Do you think the laptop actually start? Did you hear the sound? We have the startup sound. In 1 second. So plus here, and check that the current is changing. That means the laptop it is coming on. Yeah, picture. Yeah, that crazy sound, startup sound. Yeah. We have picture. What do you think about that? Is keep restarting? Why is keep restarting? Because the BIOS got reset, right? Yeah, it's no BIOS battery. Actually, it is a BIOS battery. Okay, I'm gonna check the BIOS battery after that. But taking the power and the laptop is switching off. The battery is kind of dead. Yeah, that's the reason why I think it's dead. 1 second, 1 second. 1 second. Let's check the first MOSFET. So the first MOSFET is here. It is good. It is good. The first MOSFET, it is good. The second MOSFET, it is good. No, the battery is dead. I think it's dead. Let me check the voltage. Nothing. Check that. Nothing. It's not charging. Yeah. It is a lucky customer. The problem is what we're doing with the battery. I mean, why the battery died in the first place? Because the capacitor is no reason why this battery died. So, okay, let's check the BIOS battery. So I'm assuming the BIOS battery is here. And the BIOS battery has 0 volts. Remember I told you when the BIOS battery is used? Yeah, when the charger is not plugged in and when the battery is dead, it means 0 volts. I mean over discharged or locked. Yes, this is not the BIOS battery. Wait a second, this is the speaker actually. I was about to swear this is the BIOS battery based on the wires. You see the wires are like the BIOS battery wires. No, it's not BIOS battery here. No. The BIOS battery is the big battery. Yeah. No, I don't have a charger. No. No charger. Okay, you know what? Let me to leave the laptop under power for a little bit of time. And let's see, maybe the battery will start charge. I'm just saying. Maybe it very discharged. We can see what current is taking the battery. Yeah, we can. But basically, we are coming with power. Then we are switching the laptop off. Yeah. So let me find the power button. Yeah, it's here. Okay, the laptop start, but I'm gonna switch the laptop off. And the laptop is off. And it's taking like nothing, like 10 milliamps. Which is, you know, this is not a charging current. This is not even a pre-charge current, but 1 second. We can see if the laptop is trying to push the current into the battery, yeah. 1 second. Multimeter. And on the battery, you have like 0.2 volts. So the laptop is not even trying to charge the battery. No, nothing. If it's not trying to charge the battery, means the battery is locked. Okay, let's have a look at the battery. So we can perform a small incision here, surgical. And let's try to have a look inside. So not sure if the board is here actually or is here. But let's see. What you said, a new battery? A new battery, it's expensive. Yeah. And you'll say, no, sorry, it's not expensive. Well, it is. Try to find a genuine one, and you'll understand. The batteries are expensive. We have to check the fuse, that's the thing. Yeah, the board is here. Yeah. And the battery, it's out. Let's see how we can access the battery. So that's the board. If you have this battery to open, actually the board is there. So we need access on the bottom of the battery actually. So that's the battery board. We have plus minus clock and data, and this is the fuse. This is a heated fuse, so actually the fuse has a heater. And the fuse is good. Okay, that's crazy. It is good. Okay, nothing to see here. No, here we have 16 volts. And here we have 16 volts. Yeah, the fuse, it is good. So why we don't have voltage here? At the output of the battery, we have 0 volts. Because we have two MOSFETs. So here we have voltage. Check on the screen, 16. But after this MOSFET, we have 16. Lol, okay. And at the output of this MOSFET, we have nothing, 0 volts, you can see. So the voltage is not passing this MOSFET. Because the MOSFET is faulty? No. No, because the battery, it is locked. Can we fix this? Yeah, we can grab the NLBA and unlock the battery. Can we fix this by shorting the MOSFET? Of course we can. The problem is the laptop, it will work, but it will not charge. And I think we can prove that, yeah. Yeah, let's prove it. Because many are sorry, but how can I fix the battery without an NLBA? Well, you can fix it to supply power, but you can't do it to charge. That's the thing. So here we have some solder, and we have some solder on this capacitor. Good. Because the beacon chip, it will see he disabled the battery, but actually the battery is still enabled. Okay, so my wire, it is solder. Now we have output voltage. Let's see. So at the output we have 0, nothing. Check that. We have no voltage at the output. That's crazy. Yeah, because the beacon chip blew up the fuse. Yeah, check that. The fuse is blown up. Just to understand what prick is that beacon chip. The battery power management chip, this one. Yeah, that's a prick. Okay. Let's rebuild the fuse. The fuse has to be rebuilt with solder. That's how it is from the factory. Good. Let's check now. Yeah, people ask, sorry, how can I fix the battery without the NLBA? Yeah. Check on the screen. Check on the screen. Now we have output. We have 16.2 volts. So now we have output on the battery, means if we are plugging the battery, should work, right? Let's see. Just to understand how absurd it is, the battery died fully charged because this has 16 volts. This is like fully charged. So why the battery died? So the battery, it is plugged in. Let's press the power button. Pressing the power button. Pressing the power button, and we have the red light on the power button. But don't tell me actually the laptop is not coming on. Huh? It's working! That's crazy. Yeah, you see? Exactly what I told you. Yeah. But like I said before, that chip is a prick and it will do whatever it takes to be sure, to make sure the battery, you cannot use the battery. Just to understand. Now, leaving the joke on one side, that chip is proper dumb. So he doesn't know what's going on. He just disabled the battery. And let's say the battery is still enabled because we breached that MOSFET, he will still try to disable, so he blow up the fuse. It's a protection system. The problem is it's not making sense. Sometimes that chip is catching errors. Or check here. This is a fully working battery and charged, yeah? And the battery was disabled by that chip. Because the motherboard was shorted? No, that's no reason, yeah? So actually, here are a bunch of current sensors, including a current sensor inside of the battery. So you take a battery, you short it, and the MOSFET, it will cut down the power, that's all. So as soon as the battery is taking power again, the battery is getting enabled, but not on this case. Just trying to make the point, let's try to charge the battery, yeah? Let's see if it's charging. It's taking power. Probably not, because that little prick, that chip, it will speak with the EC chip from the board, yeah, with this chip. And it will tell him, okay, speak with the charging management circuit, yeah, speak with the charging and tell him to not charge me. That's what it will do. Just to understand the chain of command. So coming with current, yeah, we are supplying current, you can see. But the current is taken only by the laptop, not by the battery. No, it's like 1.4 amps. That means it's not charging the battery. So the laptop is on and the battery seems to be fully charged. You see? Exactly what I told you. So coming with the power supply on the charging port, and we do have the charging sign, lol. Okay, that's fine. Probably it's not charging. Let me shut down the laptop. Shutting down. Nah, no updates. Yeah, so the laptop is going off. Let's wait. The fans are still spinning. Okay, so the fan stopped. That means the laptop is off. So coming with power here. And it's taking nothing. Check that, 10 milliamps. So it will not charge the battery. You can see? Yeah. So even if you modify the battery to provide power, it will not charge. It is a way to fix this. Yeah, it is. There are some, I remember we reviewed some boards from AliExpress or Temu, I don't remember. There are some boards like, and you can buy, there are some boards, they charge the cells, yeah? And you buy them like 1 amp, 2 amps, and yeah, you can buy like 1 amp. So 1 amp, then you have to choose the board for how many cells. On this case, you have 4 cells. So 4 cells, 1 amp, you connect plus and minus here, and you connect plus and minus at the charging port, and you charge the battery. Yeah, it is a way to go around about this. But I'm gonna stop now because I have to speak with the customer. Maybe the battery was not holding the charge, and maybe he want to replace the battery instead of repairing. Of course, I'm not, even if I'm fixing it, probably I will not charge anything. Because, you know, it was kind of like an easy pizza job. But let me ask first. Okay? So I'm gonna stop now. I will say thank you for watching. You know, like, subscribe if you like the video, like always. And see you on the next one. Bye. Hey! If you find my content being helpful, don't forget you can support this channel by pressing the join button, and you can get instantly access to our members only cool collection and Discord private channels for support with your repairs. Also, you can have a look on our United Kingdom eBay, where you can find some cool and unique products, United States eBay store, or our Patreon page. Thank you.